Hey loves, this is going to be a creative video about some of my artwork. And so I'm glad that you've joined me today, and let me know your thoughts, comments. I would love to hear it on this one. So I'm a visionary, creative, intuitive, okay? Um, and I'm drawing a vision, I'm painting a vision of a dream I had when I was like 4 years old, okay? And to remember a dream that you had so long ago, 46 now, so clearly, is worth putting on canvas. Now, to me, like that's the kind of stuff I draw. I get visions. I use art as therapy as well. A lot of times I don't go in knowing what I'm going to paint or draw. And that's freedom of expression. So this one I've been talking about recently in some posts on Facebook, and I was like, I gotta share it. And as I'm creating it, a lot of dots are being connected for me. There's been a big message coming through my readings about the ego wanting to connect the dots right now. And the higher self allows for divine synchronization to flow. And that's what's happening a lot for me lately, especially over the last week. Gotta say it. And so I feel like there's more happening. Obviously, we know we've been talking about retrogrades, planets on my channel. We talk about the moon, the sun, the atmosphere, the Schumann resonance, the storms in our life, right? So let me just show you this. I'm so out there, I know right now. Just bear with me, okay? I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but every time I talk about it is I had a vision or I had a dream. And it very much feels like, excuse me for not holding that up to the screen there. It very much feels like like what Martin Luther King said. This is a dream that I had that I felt like was just real as fuck. Okay. So this is the house that I lived in, and the front yard, and me and the spaceship and the moon. Okay. And so I'm going to describe to you how I recall it. And I mean, it's just like to retain a dream. Like, seriously. Like, I had a very traumatic childhood from 0 to 5. Very traumatic in this house. So it's therapeutic for me to I can only draw the corner of the house. The window that you're actually seeing depicted here is a room that us children were never allowed in. This was the family room. Did y'all have that growing up? The living room with the TV, and then the family room that you can't even sit on the couch. It was never used. So, anyways, very traumatic 5 years of my life there. The house was broken into multiple times. Things of just in disarray. My parents always fighting. My stepfather pulling a gun on my mother. Sexual abuse, hidden drug abuse in this home. My real father died when I was a year old. I almost died when I drowned at the age of 3. Trauma. And so to remember such a beautiful, awe-inspiring experience from that young is a treasure to me. And so I'm going to pour out my soul pretty much on this one, okay? Because my work is symbolic. It's not just a house in the yard, and that's the way I described it, but it's deeper than that shit, okay? So, I don't remember. I wasn't a sleepwalker, is what I'm telling you. I don't remember sleepwalking. My parents never told me I sleptwalked. I just remember being outside so clear in my yard, and then being drawn to this I don't know if I have the green quite right yet, but it is a light mint green color. I was almost as if I was magnetized to it. Yeah. And I remember being on this grassy hill, little round area of grass that my parents gave us. This is where we got to play. Because all of this was all rock and bark. And I call the yard my labor of love because as children, we were the ones that landscaped it at that age. We hauled in the bark. We did all the shoveling. We hauled in the river rocks. You see? Like, it's hard for me to, because I feel like I'm reliving it, painting it, but I will get through it and it will be therapy. Highly, like, symbolic to me as I recreate it, as I live through. I mean, I know exactly how that's the landscaping's not done on it. But I'm going to live through it. I know I am. And release pain from it. Absolutely. But they wanted a low maintenance yard. They only provided us a little bit of grass. You know, they always did their own landscaping and they didn't want any upkeep. So bark, rock, you know, and it kind of was like, my parents were like, that's the way they treated their children. Like a doll on a shelf that you just take down and play with. But for us, it was, you're here to work. And work super hard, actually. So, yeah. The fact that I can even speak to it without crying is, whoo, thumbs up. Anyways, let's get to the spaceship moment, right? So, and it's a plum tree that's there at the cornerstone of that. They did provide us with one tree in our yard, the plum tree. And I used to sit underneath that plum tree and eat the plums and wish that this would happen again. And wish for them to come back and talk to the moon and wish for them. Okay? Because I went up into the spaceship. I don't remember floating up into the spaceship. I saw the green mint light. Green mint, I'm going to say that again. A certain color that I just can't even really duplicate, honestly. It feels like the green of the rainbow. Okay? And then I was in it. I was in the spaceship. I'm so not a technical, mathematical artist. I love the free form. So for me to even be able to draw a spaceship and how I remembered it, you know, is the best of my ability. Okay? I never saw it come into my view. It was just there, hovering. Okay, it was just there. And then I was in it. And inside of it, it was as clinical. Clinical is the word. It's clinical. It was clean. It was modern. It was like a doctor's office. But very modern. Like, I didn't even see any buttons or things that would normally be in a spaceship. That I would think. Okay. And then I saw what would look like two beings, like, the best way I can describe them. I mean, you can see kind of a faint facade here at the opening here. But it was more like what the Greys would look like. And I was not afraid, and they were kind to me. I was like, why do I have to go back to this shithole? You know? But I've also come to this part of my awakening that it was like, yep, I picked them. They dropped me back off at this house. I picked those parents. It's a lot of healing that's going to come from this vision. The vision that heals. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm sharing it with you. It's my secret. I've never even told my parents. I was afraid. I was afraid of my parents. I was afraid to tell them anything that might seem a little abnormal. And I'm sorry, kids weren't talking about spaceships coming and taking them up inside of it. You know, like, I think my parents at that point would have put me in a mental, or they would put me on pills, or, you know, something. So, like, I kept that secret. And I'm only revealing it now because it's a beautiful, blessed memory, and I believe in this shit. And, you know, like, I also feel like it's tied to the future. My work is visionary. It's futuristic even. That's my soul art. You receive a piece of my soul art. It could be shit that's already happened or shit that's gonna come. I'm telling you. This is what I've been showing you guys in my soul art. I may not make sense now, but the dots will be divinely connected and in a beautiful orchestration that you, like when you try to control things, like, I think this light green, like, not that I'm saying, oh, we're going to be, like, I don't know if I'm going to be beamed up into a spaceship again. I don't have that confirmation. But I do know about this green light that is, I feel like it has something to do, my intuition is telling me it has something to do with the fourth ray. It has something to do with the energies being transmitted to Earth. It has something to do with the sun, the geomagnetic storms, the magnetic field of the universe. Now is the time. Now in our ascension. Now it is. Are you seeing this mint color green? Okay? That's a key. It's key. And I feel like that's why so many of us are feeling this storm within too, or the storm in, like, or our bodies are going through so much, you know, like, so I haven't done research, but I'm just saying that I feel like it has something to do with that. And then it may be, I don't know, like they're showing me green light coming from the sun. Like that's what I get. That's a lot of what I get sometimes. And then it's like, fuck, another puzzle that, you know, like now I'm just like, I don't have to figure it all right now. I'm not done with this piece. I'm sure there's more that's going to come. So that's it in a nutshell for now. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this visionary, intuitive video. I love you.